Truly, when an INFP disappears, they leave no tracks and even purposely hide from the world. One day, you'd be surprised INFPs suddenly filing their 2-week notice. The next thing you know, they're gone without looking back. Or maybe, your INFP friend suddenly becomes unresponsive, don't answer calls, and don't even read your messages. They block calls, turn off phones, and literally go missing from people's sight. It doesn't matter how close you are. As long as INFPs experience such a terrible episode in their life, they still have tendencies to shut off doors. INFPs can disappear for quite a long time. Days, weeks, or even months. Worse, they don't disappear just to see if people would miss them. Rather, they disappear from exhaustion and emotional chaos, and attention is the last thing these peace-revering spirits want. Why do INFPs disappear? Let's tackle it shortly. But before we proceed, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more personality-type videos. Now, here we go. Why do INFP disappear? Frustrations, stress from the environment, and internal conflicts may lead to an INFP disappearing. Emotional turbulence exhausts an INFP, hence, they shut off from the world in search of quiet and internal peace. Moreover, INFPs are guided by their moral compass. That said, they do actions that seem irrational to other people's perspectives. Once they feel whole heaps of trespasses against their ideals, they are urged to cripple back into their shells and protect themselves. INFPs disappear until they're fully healed. But sometimes, INFPs may just disappear and never return. If coming back to the situation would lead them to repeat the same draining scenario, they would opt to sidestep instead of returning back. In line with INFPs disappearing, these dreamers are also prone to ghosting people, whether they're potential partners, friends, or even relatives. Ghosting refers to the practice of leaving and ending a relationship without any trace of explanation. And although I don't want to admit it, INFPs are actually one of the personality types who commit ghosting towards relationships or acquaintances. So, why do INFP ghost? What's the reason behind it? Here are 3 possible reasons why an INFP may ghost you. Number 1. They need to clear out from a relationship but can't come up with a proper explanation. I believe INFP ghosting happens when they can't explain well enough why they want to cut connections. In the INFP perspective, they see a trait, behavior, or aura of a person, and they don't like it, but can't pinpoint which one it is they specifically dislike. They may try to explain why they would leave, but they often end up going in circles. Because truly, to INFPs, there's no one specific reason as to why they feel such emotional chaos towards a person or situation. Most of their decisions are feelings-based. INFPs find it hard to use logic and reasoning to explain their bursting emotions. How do you explain, it doesn't feel right? How can you put instincts or gut feel into words? Because INFPs can't confront people with honest, yet painful words, they instead leave without a word, with high hopes that their avoidance will make their intentions clear. Although oftentimes, their intention doesn't go through. 2. When they're being vocal about leaving, but the other person doesn't listen or allow it. INFPs don't easily ghost people they spent precious time with. More often than not, they inform you about how they feel. However, when the other person disagrees and doesn't let the INFP go, then these free-spirited INFPs are bound to do some drastic measures. Long story short, an INFP will ghost you. Indeed, INFPs value authenticity. They stay true to their values, or else it will be agitating and self-destructive. Once an INFP feels that a relationship will no longer work, they leave to avoid prolonging the agony. 3. When an INFP gets extremely disappointed and fed up. An INFP may possibly ghost you when they straight up got disappointed with your actions. Unfortunately, INFPs don't suck up to anyone's foul behavior, especially when they have an option to leave. So if an INFP feels consistently offended, attacked, or abused, that's enough reason to disappear from your life. In conclusion, INFPs constantly search for peace. They value authenticity more than people could imagine. If by any chance someone trespasses their values, it's like a continuous knock on the door telling them to leave the situation and follow their moral compass instead. I know ghosting and suddenly disappearing frustrate many people. People think it's selfish. Honestly, as an INFP, I do think it's selfish, too. But really, we can't discount how it's an INFP's way to maintain their peace of mind. Before INFP ghosts a person, they overthink, cry, or cripple with anxiety. They're in an emotional crisis, overflowing with emotions of disappointment, exhaustion, or emptiness, to the point they need to hide away. They care, but their inclination to authenticity is so strong that instead of sucking up an unfavorable, abusive, or exhausting relationship, they ought to leave and chase calmness and tranquility. Indeed, INFPs don't mindlessly disappear. Rather, they do it to keep themselves sane, functioning, and to regain their peace of mind. Thanks for watching.